Hello everybody and welcome back to Strange Antiquities, picking up on day 11, Sunday. So we're going to get straight into it with our first customer, Sarah Barrington. We think we finally located the wreck of the Verona out in the lake. Sadly, our funding has run out and we can't afford expensive diving equipment. We put our heads together and wondered if there was another way. You're our last hope. Diving equipment. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of reading straight up because I'm trying to think of what it could be. So I don't think it was one of those. Here we go. Ascus. An ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be the most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Those that use an ascus for extended periods of time sometimes forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. I think that's what she wants. So, core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Oh, I think this is it. Yay! Item is a ring, close inspection was a ring is warm, the rest. Yeah, perfect. And that was the ascus. There we go. And pop it over here. Rowena Hardwick. I am close, but I need more power. I need St. Cedric's thunder, and quickly, while this storm is raging. St. Cedric's thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumours that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metal into gold. They are placed on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Let's have a quick look then at the gemstones. Well, amethyst is the stone of containment. And jade is the stone of earth and nature. Stone of night and darkness. I have an idea. Perfect. There's symbol of thunder and the amethysts are stones of containment. Okay. Francesca. I've been trying to get a hold of an Ambra. Before she vanished, Verona said it might have something to do with my patients. Oh, Verona's vanished? Oh dear. It almost slipped my mind, but then I remembered that there's one right here in Strange Antiquities. There is. Eli told me himself he keeps it locked behind ethereal key. Okay. So an amber is... These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disorientated. They produce a noctic field. And she calls it an ethereal key. An ethereal key is designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known outside of Thormic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charms. So gemstone of light and gemstones of the night. So an amberstone, perhaps? And then potentially either a moonstone or an onyx. Like this one. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. I was just moving in the wrong direction. Okay, time to unlock our forbidden cupboard. And we'll just hide our key down here. Actually, I'll quickly label it as well before we move on. So, Ambra. They produce a Noctic field. I think we're going to need to use this down here. That's a Diurnic field pattern. So how do we know what is Noctic and what is Diurnic? Does it say somewhere? Where is my... If it produces the same thaumic field as that, then it has a Noctic field. Let's go with these ones first. Oops. But what is the Noctic symbol? Of the night. Okay, so oh no. Like that. Nope, wrong one. Big circle, medium circle, diamond. Okay. And okay, that produces the right field. Wrong field. Something else. Okay, let's have a look at the other stuff. Pendants. That's very faint. That also is producing the right field. Nope. That one is also producing the right field. Okay. So we have 3 possibilities. Let's check this again. That has what is that the insanity? I don't think that's the insanity symbol. The insanity symbol looks different. That's paralysis. So that's an option. What about you? Okay, symbol on the front. Confusion. Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, I don't know. This one? No. Or this one. Okay. Well, it was a 50-50 shot. Alright, let's label this. With an amber, right? Yeah, amber. Ah, Bonnie. You. I know you from somewhere. I don't remember why, but this shop was important somehow. I'm sorry, I know I'm not making much sense. I haven't been myself. I'll leave you be. Oh dear. Get home safe? Sorry about that. Oh, Jupiter. Peter Leland. They found some poor soul washed up on the lake shore. An older lady by this house. Oh god, I hope it's not Verona. Oh, no, not my favourite character. Drowned? Oh. But that's not the worst of it. Her eyes were all black, just like those others. I'm not taking any chances with the water around here. I'll take a bones guard. Bones guard? A small item known as a bones guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a bone guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Okay. Well, I assume it needs to be small enough to be placed inside something. But what's the antidote? It could be life. There's poison. I wonder if it's poison inverted. Okay, I'm gonna see if trying to solve this clue brings us anywhere. So I will be back once I've done that. Okay. When I draw back the curtain, I am unable to control my exclamation of horror. Behind the dark red velvet is a silent, squirming, seething mass of eyes, all shiny and wet and alive. Fear takes hold before my mind catches up and I understand what I am looking at. And when I do, I realize that it is looking right back at me. That's something. The object I am now looking for sits on a small shelf below, and the eyes watch as I snatch it and get out of there as fast as I can. Okay, now I do believe that this is the bones guard that I was looking for. Yep. I'm afraid I can't pay you, but I can offer a trade if you'll accept it. Sure thing, my dude. Alright, let's... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put you over here. I'll move that up there. Alright, let's end the day. The rider was lucky. He made it to Backbarrow and found refuge there, and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye was permanently blackened like his partner's eyes had been. Oh, struggling to deal with that one. To my left the day, to my right the night. Oh, I think that's a catacombs one. Okay, to left, day, right, night. So a sun and a moon. I think this guy's the only one with 2 neighbours. Easy peasy. I find the row of 3 tombs in the upper levels of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here, and I sit for a while in quiet contemplation. When I rouse from my thoughts, I look down at my feet and find an item there. It had been there all along. I never noticed it when I sat down. Interesting. Ah, David. Albany and Warren rumour about Verona Green. They say she's drowned in the lake. Oh God, please tell me it's not true. Oh, for all our sakes, they're wrong. So do I, David. So do I. According to family legend, an ancestor of mine hid an item of thermic significance in his burial chamber. It has never been found, but not for lack of trying. I was tempted to search for it myself until I learned that it was in the catacombs in a place known as the Hall of Shields. Perhaps it is better to leave it to those who know what they're doing. Regards, MBM. Okay, I will... That's another catacombs one, but I'll do it later. Nancy Irwin. Oh, goodness me. I've done something quite stupid. You have indeed. I went exploring Heath Wood and came across a grave. Ah. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. Listen, I may grave rob, but it's not a good idea for anybody else to. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. The thorns were thick and menacing, and I scratched my arm on one of them. I've not felt well since. Please help me. Let's see what I can do. I think it's this one, but I'll check the others. Yeah, I definitely think it is Black Heart. So let's go to the index. Siphon. Used to reverse the effects of the Black Heart curse. A skilled hand is required to perform the procedure, drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. The instrument is made of using the dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. Oh, I think it's this one. Perfect. There we go. Ah, final character. Thaddeus White. You don't know me, but it's time I introduce myself. I'm the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Eli and I have a complicated relationship. Don't all siblings. I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he had left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I know he'd only turn me away without even looking at it. Wow, you're taking advantage of the poor apprentice. Bit rude. Oh, I forgot to label that. Ah, Simone. Jupiter! Thank goodness you're safe. I know. I was worried about you. I hope my mother is okay too. Simone, don't worry, I am too. I've lost count of the amount of gossip I've heard about her misdeeds over the years. The truth is, when she gets stuck into a mystery, she's been known to disappear for days at a time. In the meantime, I believe I found another clue in the journal. The text directly before this is largely illegible, but I was able to make out a reference to a vault of some kind. Thanks, Simone. I'll be holding out hope that it's not Verona. 3 resonant objects, lightest first, heaviest last. 3 resonant objects. What does it mean by resonant? Okay, that one might be a bit harder to figure out. Francesca. I got a fright when they brought the body of that poor drowned woman to me with those lifeless black eyes. I thought for sure it was Verona at first, which means it's not. She does look like her. But we're quite certain it's a lady from Hawkshead who went missing a few days ago. Oh, thank God, Verona's okay. Well, she's not dead. There's one thing I can't get out of my head, though. Why would she try and swim across the lake? And in the meantime, Verona is still missing. Ah, but missing is better than dead. I don't like to use thormic needles as a rule, but the circumstances are beyond the rulebook. We need answers. Thormic needle. Thormic needle. Thormic needles are controversial items that are rarely used. They can reach into the mind of the recently deceased to give an impression of their thoughts before they died. Curiously, the weight of these tall items decreases when heated. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was really quiet for that bit, but I'm having brain issues apparently. Let's put that one away. Let's put you guys away. More detailing. Warm and smooth. Yep, okay, that's what I was looking for with all my faffing. And I thought my brain didn't work in the mornings. Alright. Yeah, let's continue. Ah, Audrey Bell. The people are afraid, and they are right to be, but it is too late for them. They are no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worthy of saving. Or worth saving, sorry. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I am the one to lead us through this turbulent time. They respect strength and power above all else. Okay, I can either give her a Morgan's Folly or a Fortnance. Let's have a look at both of them. Fortnance. A Fortnance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or by hex. They are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. And then the other one is a Morgan's Folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precaution should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Oh, I don't know what's the best decision here. I think I'm gonna go with a Fortnance. Made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. This is stone, but it does have gold in it. Do I have anything else? Stone, iron, small totem. I'm gonna go with that one and hope I don't need to go finish a clue. Okay. Don't know if that's spelled correctly, but I will leave it at that. And move it over here, I suppose. So we have one other clue to go and finish today. And I'll also read Thaddeus's profile. Hall of Shields. I'm going to assume this one. As I descend further into catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depth, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Paliants can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapours produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. Wandering shroud. A spirit vault, also known as a voted chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They are not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. That one smells like sulfur, but does it have a wandering shroud? I try to breathe in the vapours from the wandering shroud, but to my horror I realise the spirit vault is empty. My vision starts to blur as the cloying air of the depths fill my lungs, and I stagger away in a daze. When at last I reach the surface, I take a deep breath of fresh air, but my lungs ache for some time after. I need to be more careful. I have written to Barton Potter. He will know where to find a wandering shroud. Okay, so we can't complete this yet. Let's quickly read Thaddeus's profile. The Curator. Thaddeus White. As the curator of Undermere's Museum of History, Thaddeus is a collector of artifacts and curiosities from around the world. He has an eye for the rare and the unusual, and enjoys telling the world's unheard stories through his collections. Over the years, he has also amassed a collection of items that he does not put up on display. These are items that would be best the public did not know about. They're known as dark articles. Okay. Let's see. The rider's partner was less fortunate. They found his frozen body a week later. I am marked by Jupiter. Let's see. Can we solve this before I finish up for today? There are symbols here, but are there any symbols? No. Let me double check what the symbol for Jupiter is. Tin. A little, like a fancy 4. Okay. Here? Wonderful. The mark of Jupiter on my map leads me to a square room on the ground floor. Other than an intriguing torn note, there doesn't seem to be anything of interest until I notice that the bookshelf is mounted on a runner and can slide to one side. I push it and it glides easily, revealing a hidden recess in the wall behind it. Okay, got a note and another pendant to add to my growing collection. Alright, we'll pop the clues in there for now. And I will all see you next time for another 2 days of Strange Antiquities. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.